This is the role of perception, and it's all about the coming into consciousness amongst educators of the need to simplify the design of curriculum. Simplifying the design of anything usually makes it more effective and powerful than it was before when it was complicated. The reason simplicity is more powerful in curriculum than complexity is because it is easier to understand, so more people tend to engage with it. Without a deliberate attempt to design for simplicity, there is a mathematical certainty that things will only get more complex, requiring expensive experts to sort it out. I think a couple of our concerned researchers, G and Hayes, feel the same way. So the Australian national curriculum is starting to happen, and the Phase 1 subjects of English, History, Science and Maths have their newly reborn or rebirthed syllabuses. One of the supremely interesting things about these documents is that they each feature a common set of general competencies or abilities. This must be where the processes that support all learning converge. This is something else, apart from the specific content of each subject. When you look at this cut and paste job they've done with the cross-curricular general capabilities of the Australian curriculum, you get the following set of shared expectations. Critical and creative thinking, the very bedrock of all achievement. Ethical understanding, the rollout of this, post John Howard, I take to be some kind of competition for a part of the brain that used to be rented by studies of religion. So, they've maybe applied some mix of critical and creative thinking to curriculum right there. Good to practice what you preach. Information and communication technology, well, of course. Intercultural understanding, or the let's try that new Malaysian bush tucker restaurant syndrome. Literacy and numeracy, that elderly gay couple. And the most important of all, personal and social capability, which I render as one word, operacy. Operacy means the meat in the sandwich, your ability to impress others with your ways and means, whatever those are. So there you are. Of those 7 core abilities, 4 are the very guts of learning how to be an effective thinker. Let's have a closer look at that magic quartet of transferable skills. Perhaps we can get our vehicle some wheels on which to roll the process. Critical and creative thinking, they're both very different and they complement each other. The one is about the what is, the other about the what can be. These can be the 2 front wheels of our car, the vehicle of our new improved literacy, our revamped technology for delivering meaning. Let ethical and intercultural understandings cohabit. Clearly this is a broad and deep terrain of interconnected systems such as race, religion, morality, family, law, the environment, and man's products such as art and science. Together they form a single mesosystem, so represent one of the real wheels only. And the car's most important new accessory, the 4th wheel of operacy, indeed a personal and social capability of the highest desirability. So, this is what I mean. The specific subject matter is irrelevant. This skill set really defines a subject area in itself and should be recognised as such. Engine room of all learning, you might call it. I have another term for multitasking. FAS, stands for Fractured Attention Syndrome. I refuse to multitask, and you should too. If you want to get something done, do one thing at a time. It's the shortest way, given what we now know about how the brain works. Teach thinking or teach something else. Don't kid yourself that you can do both effectively at the same time, because you will send your brain into meltdown and do both suboptimally, especially if you're a man. It's time to be honest. We have a duty to make students literate and numerate, yes, but the higher calling is surely to make them useful to themselves primarily. If people can prove useful to themselves, then it stands to reason that the world will benefit from that ultimately, because the world is people, right? At a time when we are starting to wonder whether we can actually feed 7 billion faces on anything like a regular or an assured basis, the job of education is surely to create useful humans who can take charge of many important things and improve them. Otherwise, the Illuminati might as well go ahead and cull the human race, holding many of us to be mistakes and a waste of skin, the likely outcome of a lack of knowledge about contraception by our parents. Don't forget, the most likely scenario is that by 2029 the machines wake up in the singularity, and then it's all over for the teaching business. No one will be a teacher after the singularity, so enjoy the final era of the profession before we merge with our technology to avoid being wiped out by it.
There is no such thing as a free lunch.
Sustainability is something we need education to arm humans with. Sustainability is directly related to thinking ability, wouldn't you say? A recent global study showed that up to 50% of food production worldwide gets thrown out and not consumed. This is the direct fault of education. Not because it taught people the wrong message, but because it failed to give people the tools of perception to even notice it going on till now. Till it's kind of almost already too late. Utterly shameful. So you might think your subject is important, but I'm here to tell you that there is no subject more important than thinking training. And guess what? We don't teach it.